United 807 Heavy Low Star traffic is an Airbus 319 on a 10 mile final runway 1 right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, 1 right, United 807.
Once again, welcome aboard.
We'd like to thank you for flying with us today. It's been our pleasure serving you. Welcome to Washington, D.C.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
We were to be hosted in the members' dining room. Members' dining room is only open when the house is in session. They're out, so we moved it to the Rayburn Cafeteria, where all the elite meet and heads. People, you think it's the Four Seasons, but it's not.
Doing well. How about you? It's good to see you.
What's the singular greatest transportation need right now?
Yeah, 270. You got to think with when I-70, when they start working on the bridge on I-70, the traffic's going to go to 270.
No, it's not, because it's
not
stopped right now.
Yeah, well, exactly. But so they're going to have to start addressing the 270 issue.
So we have about 12 minutes, and so I know we wanted to talk about VA as well
Sure.
as spaceport.
I think spaceport's really important
Yeah,
right now.
spaceport.
I think what we're going to need, is we're going to need another letter from all
Okay.
of the Congressional Delegation,
Okay.
Explaining that this should not be delayed,
Okay.
and in addition to that, that we have followed all of the legislative requirements
Okay.
for this, and we work with the FAA to change our vehicle type in order to make that happen.
Okay.
And so there's no reason to delay it, and
Okay.
there's no reason to deny it.
So would you be willing to take the lead on that letter,
Sure.
then, your office?
Sure.
Okay.
That would
Got
be
that,
great.
Jeremy?
Did you write that down?
I think it's something like twice the square footage, but the same number of beds. There's no greater number of beds in the new hospital than the old hospital. And the fact that they left PTSD out of the
Yeah,
original
we
design.
really need our
And
PTSD.
so there's a residential facility that's going to have to remain open in the old hospital too. So it's how long? So it's going to slow the redevelopment of that area, and it's going to and it's going to cost a lot more money.
So we appreciate your work on that.
Yeah.
We support, anything to do with veterans and your, keep holding the VA's feet to the fire, I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
I
one
don't
thing.
think anybody's doing it more than you.
As far as transportation, we submitted an infra grant as a joint application with Weld County, in partnership with Weld County for the 120th and Highway 85. Interchange.
We'd appreciate your support.
Yeah.
And is that at CDOT or is that here?
It's here at the U.S. Department of Transportation.
Yeah, I believe we submitted a letter.
You did, yeah.
Good. We appreciate that. Thank you.
Let's see.
Adams County never has to ask for anything twice.
That's
Just
good.
remember that.
Except for spaceport. We've been asking that for 7 years.
Yeah, that's true.
No, they're way over there. Yeah.
Look at you.
They'll wait for us eventually.
is here and Moldova is here. So what CDOT was talking about, it's basically where it would be 80-20, 80% federal, 20% local match. Now it's 80 local, 20 federal, and that makes it much harder for you all.
Much harder.
And the state to get this done. But we'll figure it out. And tolling's going to have to play a part. And for us in Colorado, you know, we're going to have to pass something. Otherwise, we can't get these projects done. And the growth that we've all experienced, the pressure on the system is giant. And you know, a lot of things that we could have gotten done are going to take a lot longer now, and I'm not happy about that. You know, meeting you, for all of you to come out here, you know, take the time to come visit with us is helpful, certainly to our office.
Maybe you guys might see it before I do again. Yeah. All right.
Well, Washington, D.C. is a place sometimes that thinks it can operate in a vacuum, and it's absolutely the opposite of that. It needs to have input from local governments, from municipalities, people who see the conditions on the ground, whether it's transportation, it's Highway 85 and 120, to know what needs to be fixed right there, what we need to be doing in terms of jobs and the economy, and how we can make sure projects like the VA facility are completed on time. To be able to hear firsthand what needs to be done, how we can help, and how we can partner. Adams County is critically important to the growth of our state, and this has been a great opportunity to learn how we can help and be that best partner as possible.
All right, so I think we have all of our meeting participants here. We've got a pretty full room here for our friends from Adams County. And I know one of the questions that came up was whether or not that facility would be adequately staffed and able to handle mental health services, including PTSD.
How can you be a VA hospital without having a PTSD unit?
Our meeting at the White House is now 2 meetings at noon. It will go an hour, then we're off to DOT. Then after DOT is FAA, or I've got to remember it might be switched, and then we're out. Okay. So thank you again for a good day, and enjoy the evening.
Suburbanism hurt our ruralism?
Yeah, so that's a great question, and
I think it was amazing. I think it was just an incredible trip. We got a lot of conversations, good conversations. We've gotten some promises from our legislator, congressman. So now we'll just have to follow up with them and make sure that they pursue what they need to pursue.
The top issue would have been our spaceport, and I felt like the people at the FAA were very supportive. I felt like they heard us and were giving us good advice. I've been extremely pleased with this trip. I thought we met the right people. I thought we had good conversations with the right people, and I've never been on a wind day before.
United 807, heavy wind 330 at 6, fly runway, heading runway 1 right, clear for takeoff.
The issues in Adams County are important enough for us to fly out here and talk to them.